welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Ferdinand. It's a tier 8 German tank destroyer. It's located on the southwest spawn of Karelia under the command of SlyMeerkat. Now, SlyMeerkat, if you don't know, actually does have meerkats as pets. Yes, he's got two of them, Toffee and Fudge. And well, he posts loads of pictures of his meerkats. They sit at the window watching the world go by, quite happy in their little isolation. Now, their owner plays World of Tanks, and of course he sent in these replays. The Ferdinand is the tier 8 German tank destroyer with the 128mm gun based on the hull of the Porsche Tiger. Yes, they had to make some use of all those Tiger hulls that they actually manufactured, which they couldn't turn into Tiger tanks because the contract had been cancelled. Well, he tracked the Hellcat. He's picked up some damage assist from the track. Go for another shot. Note that one hit the rock face, but he has picked up a lot of damage assist out of that one. Now he's mounting the 128mm gun, 490 alpha, penetration of 246mm of armour. There are two other guns that you can actually get on this tank destroyer, and it's not helpful to push your teammates out of their bushes like that, but I think you were just trying to give the guy an encouragement to stay in the game and keep moving. You've got to let people make up their own mind about where they want to go, because otherwise you might get labelled as a troll. The other two guns that this tank destroyer can mount are an 88mm and a 105mm, and they can be painful for anyone who happens to be... Now, you see what he did? You see, he pushed that KV-2 out of his position, and he blocked your shot there. If you'd left him back where he was in the bush, he wouldn't have blocked your shot, you would have got a kill. But you missed out because of it. And now you've got to face a wheeled vehicle. But he's now back in the garage. And well, this idea for the tank destroyer was that it was supposed to mount a huge amount of armor. You can see rounds have just bounced off the front of it because the armor was just so solid. Instead of going for speed, mobility and a very big punch, they actually went for speed, well, no speed, very slow speed, lots of armor and a very big punch. And looks like that Skoda's run away. Not surprising. He doesn't want to face the 128mm gun. And rather than go around the corner where everyone's expecting him to appear, he's actually going to go around this side. Mind he doesn't get out in the way of that IKV as he's backing up, because he won't appreciate that. Especially if he took around. That's better. And he got a fire. Oh, now IKV. He's got a shot on him. Yes, he has. Nice one. That's his second kill after the wheelie. Skoda's gone into the dip, so we can't shoot him. T-52's gone in there to a Weagling Mountain. Yes, he's got him. We do seem to be doing rather well at the moment. We've got the horseshoe. We're 4 tanks up on the enemy. And we're approaching the enemy cap, so they're going to have to turn around and come back to defend their cap very shortly, and that's going to take the pressure off the guys on the southeast route. Yeah, the 88mm gun and the 105mm gun on the Ferdinand are really awful, actually. They're dreadful. It's a hell of a job trying to play this tank in the grinding through the stock levels. It really is very, very difficult indeed. Now, they have got some fairly good defences around this cap area. They've got a SU-130PM and a Jagdpanther. The Jagdpanther's almost out of health juice. Yes, he's gone. I think the P-43 Tur, well, he picked that spot to defend the cap so he could look over the cliffs, and instead, actually, there's nobody coming from that direction. They're all coming from a different direction, and there's a Challenger. Oh, puts one into him for 415, but we took a round for 410. And he fired an APCR round at us. Now you can still do the same. There's the Peter. He takes a round for 486, but we took a round for 265 from him. And this time it was standard AP. Surprising. Okay. Poodle? No, we haven't got a shot on him yet. Oh, just. I saw the outline for a moment. needs to get behind that rock first. KV2 is still around the corner. The IKV's holding on there for protection. I think we're going to go round. Oh, Poodle! Thank you very much. And that's T3485. KV2's almost out of juice. SU-130PM, we can't see him yet. And the T3485 is clinging to that rock. Well, he's now caught in a crossfire. Oh, we didn't get the shot there, but the IKV went too far past him and taken a lot of damage, and he's dead. But that's it for the T3485. Now the SU-130PM is a full health tank destroyer, but he hasn't got the gun depression to hit us from here. The only thing he could do really would be to jump on top of us, but from there he's actually quite dangerous to our teammates. As you just saw, he managed to wipe out a P-43 Tur. And the thing is that we're going to have to go out there and get rid of him eventually. I think Sly has decided that he wants to try and shoot him from up here, and hoping the SU-130PM will try to take a shot. Okay, he's loaded the HE, and the HE on round on this tank will do 630. Now he can't wipe the SU-130PM out with one shot unless he gets a high roll, and even then I think he'd have difficulty with a high roll. But I think he's going to drive around the corner. No, he's decided that SU-130PM is going to cling to that rock. I'd still be tempted to go up and push him out of there. I think Sly is staying where he is at the moment, or doing what he is at the moment, because he's more aware that he might get tracked by that SU-130PM whilst he's up there. But he's still got a repair kit, so he could untrack himself fairly quickly to get his gun to bear on that SU-130PM. He's the only one who's close enough to actually deal with him. The VK is hiding at the moment. Oh, Peter's coming down. Here comes the Peter. And hopefully our VK can deal with him. And unfortunately, it's the SU-130PM deals with our VK instead. And, well, that's not a good idea, because now he's turning his back to the SU-130PM. And if he does that, the SU-130PM is going to take advantage of him. So the best thing he could have done was actually to drive up around that corner and shoot the SU-130PM. There's only 2 enemies left. He's got 4 kills, so he could get a Top Gun if he can get these kills in. Now this is taking a big risk, because that SU-130PM's bound to poke that corner, see if he can get a shot. There's the P-43 Tur. Gets him. Where's the SU-130PM? He didn't come out to play, and I think he's regretting that now. And there's 1 round into him. We bounced the round that came back. It actually hit the strong steel plate at the front and didn't go through. And there's the kill shot. And that wins the game. He took a huge risk going over to kill the Peter, but it worked in the end. If that SU-130PM had been more on the ball, he would have got Sly the moment he drove over to get the Peter. He managed to get an ace tanker, a fire for effect. He got 2 battle hero medals. He got the high caliber and a Top Gun. But yes, it was an enormous risk to go over and deal with the Peter when he could have been shot in the rear by the SU-130PM. But the SU-130PM made a huge mistake. He pulled away from that rock, and when he did so, he actually gave SlyMeerkat the chance to take out the Peter and then turn to face the SU-130PM and finish him off, or at least put a round into him. And let's have a look at the team score. He did get the highest damage in the game, 3,510 hit points. The highest score on the enemy team was their SU-130PM with 2,334. And after that, the Charioteer with 2,109 and their KV2 with 2,102. Yes, so they did have some good players on their team. When it came to kills, again, he got the highest number of kills, 6, which is 2/5 of the enemy team. But the SU-130PM managed to get 5 kills. That's 1/3 of the enemy team. And after that, it was that P43 Tur with 3. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,273 base experience points to SlyMeerkat, 788 goes to the Cromwell B, and 697 to the KV2. And their SU-130PM managed 606 in that one. He fired 12 rounds, got 11 direct hits and 10 penetrations, damage of 3,510 hit points, of which 1,042 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits, only 2 of which were penetrations and 4 non-penetrations. And 2 penetrations, well, one from the P43 Tur, would you believe it, with a standard AP round, and the other one was from the Charioteer firing an APCR. But he also had 4 non-penetrations, including that 13cm shell from the SU-130PM, which was fired at the flat plate at the front, which is, well, basically designed to stop those sort of rounds hitting it and going through. So yes, it's he could have hit a weak spot. He actually chose to go for a hard plate instead, and well, that's probably why he failed to actually kill the Ferdinand on that occasion. 925 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed. It would have been 10 vehicles damaged, or possibly even 7 killed, if only he hadn't nudged that KV2 to come out of the bush and join the fight, because otherwise the guy wouldn't have blocked the shot, and I'm pretty sure he would have got a kill shot on the enemy tank that had actually came right in front of his sights. That T-52, I think, was stationary right up to the moment he was ready to shoot, and the KV2 just drove in front of him. Well, there you go. I think the KV2 might have done that on purpose, actually, to say, well, if you're going to nudge me out the spot, I'll just park in front of you every time you want to shoot. So don't nudge people out of bushes. It might be the way they're intending to play, but if you do that, you might actually upset your own game. 1,510 hit points of damage assistance in that game, 36,972 credits on a premium count, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 36,408 credits. He received 1,273 XP, 1,910 taken away. So, yes, not a bad game. He did actually manage to get his first mark in another game which you might have seen on our channel just recently. And the Ferdinand, well, it's slow, like a lot of tank destroyers. It's designed, this one, with the armour to just take the punishment. And unfortunately, its slowness actually can catch it out. And this occasion, he was very lucky that that SU-130PM didn't stay where he was. And I have the feeling the SU-130PM may have pulled away from that rock, because he thought SlyMeerkat was moving over to get at a more oblique angle to shoot behind the rock, and in doing so he didn't realise the P43 Tur was the target and that he could have got a free shot into SlyMeerkat's rear. So I think Sly lucked out on this game, and that's how he's ended up with the medals and the win. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.